So is he magic? I never really understood Michael Myers' ability to heal and resurrect himself and his inability to die. It never really made sense to me at all. If you take the first movie as its own thing, I'm okay with it. You can view that movie as just a guy who was really hard to kill. You know, throughout that movie, he gets stabbed in the face, stabbed in the heart, and then shot 6 times, falls out a window onto the ground, and then disappears. A lot of those injuries are in a short period of time. Maybe his adrenaline was high, you know, he was a little harder to kill because he was a crazy person. Maybe he doesn't feel the pain. I don't know. But I can buy that he was just a regular dude. And I know the ending of the first one is ambiguous. It's like, oh, he disappeared, he got away. And it's real mysterious. It's like, is he still out there? But then you can also assume that he just got up, walked away, and then died across the street if you want. So the first movie is kind of free of this rant. It's when you get into like the second one and onward where Michael is just like immortal, and I'm not sure why. I don't really get it. This isn't like Jason where you could say he died as a kid and came back to life. So I mean Jason's we can do a whole separate series on Jason and his like muddled origins because they weren't really smart when they brought him in as the killer. But you could say that Jason was a boy. He came back to life after his mother died, turned into a man, and he's just been this walking dead dude ever since. And then, of course, they established the lightning and whatnot. But Michael never had that. He was just alive, and then he just didn't die, except for when he did. But then they kept changing it where he didn't. Because two, he's really really strong. Like he gets shot a bunch of times. Uh, yeah, a couple times. He gets shot in the eyes, point blank. By the way, I highly doubt a drugged up, panicking Laurie Strode would be able to bullseye Michael Myers in the eye twice. Does she even hold a gun before this? We don't know a lot about her character before the movie starts, but man, that was fucking lucky. So yeah, I'm not really sure what his healing stuff is because then like in Halloween 4 he survived the burning. Who pulled him out of that wreckage, by the way? Cuz he was pretty fucking dead. Like the way Halloween 2 ends, it looks like they just let the fire burn. I could also extend this to Dr. Loomis. How the fuck did he survive? He's got like a little burn on his hand and his arm. It's like, no, you were dead. You were both dead. So they bring Michael back because no one liked Halloween 3, and he's got the burns on him. It's like, okay, so he wasn't able to heal the burns, or he was because they should be way worse. But he still has bandages on his face 10 years later, which I know they don't want to show his face, but it's like, wouldn't those have healed by now? Like, he'd be all mutilated, but he shouldn't still have fresh bandages on. And the fourth movie does something weird where they never show his eyes. So technically, you could assume that he just doesn't have eyes in that movie, but whatever power is bringing him back is making him able to see. But then the fifth one kind of shoots that down because you do see his eyes. And then the sixth one, his burns actually get worse. I don't understand that at all. But yeah, he's able to survive like all these gunshot wounds. Like at the end of 4, he gets shot a million times, gets right back up. But I never understood what was making that happen. Now I know the sixth one introduces the cult idea. Okay, the cult tried to give him an origin for like an explanation for why he's killing and what makes him kill, and it's not really satisfying in either cut. The producer's cut's a little bit better, but it still doesn't answer anything, and the theatrical cut is just a mess. Um, so I get that maybe that's why he's doing everything. He's got to kill his family to please this ancient god, even though there's no consequences for when he doesn't kill his family, so it's all pointless. But does that explain why he was like immortal? And another weird thing, in Halloween 6, they show that the cult has been doing experiments. Like, they're gonna experiment on his baby, and then they go into a room and they see, like, fetuses with, like, weird symbols on it. It's like, did the cult do something to Michael Myers to make him immortal? And, like, is he genetically enhanced? I don't know how Dr. Loomis was able to miss that, but he could be genetically enhanced. Maybe he's like Captain America or something. He's like super strong, and I don't know. And so maybe that explains it there. But then you get into H2O, which ignores 4, 5, and 6. And it gets even more confusing because Michael has not one burn on his entire body. His hands are fine. His eyes have grown back. And even if she shot him above the eyes, which you could say, oh, he was shot above the eyes. What is his skull made out of adamantium? How was he able to survive that? So yeah, he's completely unharmed by the time H2O comes around, and he's surviving everything in H2O. He's getting hit with an axe, he's getting stabbed a bunch of times, and then he just keeps popping back up. I want to know what's making what mystical thing, what magical thing makes him immune to all harm. And you know what? If his healing is that good, why even do the whole convoluted he switched bodies with a paramedic for resurrection? Just say he grew his head back. Why not? He grows all his skin back. Why can't he grow a head back? Who the fuck knows? Maybe he just got up and put his head back on. I would buy it. He survives so much bullshit in these. And don't even get me started on Halloween Resurrection, where Halloween Rob Zombie's Halloween, where she shoots him point blank in the head with a magnum, and he's just fine in the next movie, even though that's the realistic one. Fuck that. Anyway, that's my first rant on Michael Myers. I hope you enjoy these. I'm gonna do them every day leading up to Halloween, and the last one will probably be a little special. All right, see you guys later.